Okay. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing
Hi.
today?
Hey,
Good.
doing good.
How
How
are
about
you?
yourself?
Good.
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to talk to all three of you because you've all been in all of my favorite TV shows, including this, which I've started and it's amazing. So let's just start with you because I was a Lock and Key girl. I mean, I obsessed with that show. Also shot in Canada, where I'm talking to you from Toronto.
Are you
So
Toronto?
yes, I am. That's where I am right now. I can spin my laptop around you guys if you want to see the CN Tower at
Yeah,
any
I'd be
time.
able to know exact. I love Toronto. I spent like 2 years there. It's
I
actually one of my
know.
favorite cities in the world.
Yeah, well, you did a great job on Lock and Key. But
Thank you so
let's
much.
let's talk Cruel Summer season two. So I want to start first off because here you had season one that was extremely popular. It did so well, and this is now bringing a second season. It's completely different. So from you, Griffin, when you got the opportunity, read the scripts, and you thought, "This is great script," but how sure is that on you to like continue the success?
Thank you for asking. It's an immense amount of pressure. Yeah, I mean, it was something I was definitely conscious of going into it, but when I talked to Bill, our EP, he explained it in such a great way to me that got rid of all my anxieties, and basically what he said is they looked at season one, they loved season one. But Bill was worried that like if they were to continue the story, how much more of that story could they tell? You
Right.
know, they kind of left it on a huge cliffhanger that makes you want to see more of those characters that you've fallen in love with, who we all fell in love with.
Right.
But sometimes that's the best place to leave it, is I mean, how many shows can we all name that went on like a couple seasons too many? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all know
Any
a
any
few.
Lost fans in the building? Come on. Thank you.
Okay, I all right. I can argue that one with you because I
You like
was a
season
Lost
six?
fan.
All right. All
I'm
right.
sorry, I stuck with it to the bitter end. Was I
It's all
disappointed?
right. I worked
Yes.
with Carlton and Meredith, like they did a great job. I told them how much I loved like all of Lost except for the last season. Um, but Bill basically said he was like, this is the end of the story that we're going to tell with these people. And we've told the story, we've told the best parts of the story. And now what we're heading towards is something new, something different, something with all of the elements of season one, but with a new story, a new place, a
Yeah.
new cast, new characters for
Yeah.
people to fall in love with. So in my mind, I hope the audience and the viewers recognize this, that we're not trying to copy season one. We're not trying to do season one better or anything. We're
Exactly.
taking the show that you love and we're introducing new characters to you and we're giving you an entirely new story.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Given past, experience, trust me, I've been watching TV for a long time. You forget, you move on, and you fall in love with this new character. So
Yeah,
you guys got nothing to worry about. Okay,
thank you.
Lexi, next. I want to ask you what I love a lot about this is the friendship between the three of you, which is fantastic. But here you've got two girlfriends. They're not meow and they're not clawing at each other, and they're girlfriends. Like they need this girlfriend friendship. How important was that to you? I'm going to ask Sadie the same thing, but Alexis, start with you because I think that that's so lovely to see that. You don't get to see that a lot.
Yeah, I think that we're so used to, especially if it's a love triangle, being played out on screen. We're so used to seeing two girls in competition and being catty with each other. And even in the first season, I think that this is completely different because the girls, they were essentially two worlds apart.
Right.
But with this season, the girls are working so closely together. Um, their friendship is a very interesting dynamic because they're polar opposites, but somehow you see in this case that opposites attract. They both bring out something in each other that they didn't essentially know that they had in them before Isabella's move to Chatham. I think for Isabella specifically, Isabella is someone who has always kind of felt as though that she needs to be put together 24/7. She needs to be
Right.
confident, charming, alluring, always have this like on personality. But when meeting Megan and throughout her friendship with her, you really get to see that facade die down because I feel as though this is the first time where Isabella has essentially felt a safe space where she's
Right.
felt as though she has the space to be vulnerable, to be able to let down her guard. And Megan really brings that out of her. I think that she has lacked a lot of validation and acceptance from her parents. So she seeks external validation. And I think that, especially even with Debbie, we see that, you know, she's incredibly close with Debbie. She's incredibly close with Lily, just because this is the first time where she's felt that family aspect. And so she's willing to do whatever to hold on to it.
Right. And it's great to have that opportunity to kind of peel back the layers of these characters. You know, we
Yeah.
see something and then, yeah, what a great opportunity for all three of you. Okay, Sadie, I got to first off, I'm starting off with the Goldbergs because hands down, Bria Bree was Adam Goldberg's best girlfriend. That's just
Oh,
my opinion.
yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
So,
I agree.
so I was very devastated when the two of them went their separate ways, but it was a nice finale and it was nice how they wrapped it up. So
Good.
thank you for that.
I'm glad you were satisfied.
I know I'm pathetic. I love my TV shows, but anyways, I digress. Okay, so Sadie, for you, same kind of question, and Lexi, like, you know, the importance of that, the friendships that you guys established, but also the fact that I found the chemistry between the three of you so real. Like, was it instant?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we taught me and first of all, me and Lexi talked a lot to the showrunner Elle and to Jessica Biel and, you know, Michelle Purple, everybody about the importance of like that female friendship and
Yeah.
it feeling really like authentic and it not being a competition between them. Though things do get messy and there is tension, it's honestly mostly due to outside factors affecting their friendship. And we do get to see, at least in, you know, one timeline, a really great female friendship that's really healthy and supportive and something that they both really didn't know they needed. And Isabella does something for Megan that she didn't know she needed, which was just to allow her the space to be a regular teenage girl and to you know, tell her like, you know, insecurities and like the things that she like can't necessarily tell Luke because, you know, obviously Megan and Luke are very close too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the cast goes, love them. Um, we all like bonded really quickly. Lexi came in a little bit later, and I think one of the first scenes we ever filmed, like the day after she got there, was a scene from the second timeline where Megan and Isabella are best friends, and we had to have that like immediate chemistry of like
Right.
they're close, they're comfortable with each other. You know, she's fixing my necklace, they're bantering back and forth, they're giggling together, and it just happened so easily. Thankfully, Lexi is just the most amazing scene partner and we just like clicked right off the bat. And then Griffin came along. Griffin was here, like came to Vancouver at the same time as me, and we got food and we went to a Peach Pit concert and we
Oh, nice.
and you
Dude,
know,
I cried 3 times at that concert.
yeah,
It was
God.
like the first time she met me, and I cried 3 separate occasions.
yeah. Well, the first time I met him, we were playing charades at my house, and that's a
Oh
crazy.
yeah, it's a great story.
I was throwing a little party, a little birthday like game night for our mutual friend, and he came over and we played charades, and I met him for the first time. 2 weeks later, he's in the chemistry read with me, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so it was really important that Griffin and I had like felt like we had history too, because Megan and Luke like grew up together,
Right.
and so much history. So it really
Yeah.
worked. We all spent way too much time together.
But that's okay. It worked. It totally worked. So I like the process. Okay, so I'm gonna go around. Griffin, we'll start with you. Also, there's 3 timelines going on here in this show too. So I wanted to know which timeline, you know, what did you get or do in your head or something to kind of get into maybe your favorite time period? Like you're looking back like around Y2K, right? So it's interesting because times changed in 23 years or so, right? So
Yeah.
for you, what was your process? What kind of got you into it?
You know, this is gonna sound really silly. And I'm sorry about this vacuum if you guys can hear this.
No,
But
not a thing. All
right,
good.
cool. This is gonna sound really silly, but one of the main things I did to prepare, I was in Vancouver for a week or 2 before we started shooting. And one thing I would do is just leave my phone in my apartment and
Smart.
no technology, and I would just go on a walk or something. I'd go get a coffee, walk around for a couple hours, see how long I could go without it, because it's tough. It's hard. But I don't know, one thing that I thought was really important for me was just remembering that although this show is set in the early 2000s, 1999, 2000 era, these are problems that exist nowadays. The characters are going through things that are incredibly relatable to anyone from any like time frame, really.
100%. Yeah.
It's
Teenagers
the
are teenagers. It doesn't
teenagers
matter
are
when.
teenagers,
Yeah.
we're dealing
Yeah.
with growing up, parents' expectations, love lives, messing up, friendships and getting really close with someone, maybe losing a friendship.
Yeah.
All these things, these happen to kids nowadays too. So the phone thing was kind of just a fun thing for me to try and be like, oh, well, this is a nice reminder of what that must have been like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that was just like an extra kind of flavor that I found really exciting, because
Right.
otherwise I just wanted to approach it just how anyone nowadays would go through it. I wanted to approach it like that, because also that's who's going to be watching it is
Yeah,
people nowadays.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, Lexi, how about for you? Any kind of music, like anything that kind of put you in the mood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I made a playlist for each timeline for Isabella. So I had a playlist for summer 99, winter 99, and then summer 2000.
Oh,
Something
cool.
that I've kind of just always done with my characters. I started off with Pearl because that was set in 97.
Yeah.
And so with this, I made playlists that were tailored to what I felt like Isabella was going through in each timeline. And then during the daytime when I would, either be on my way to set or in the hair and makeup chair, I would always have like my earbuds in and I would listen to what I think that Isabella would be listening to start off her day. And that really helped, especially with the emotional transition as well when it
Sure.
came to in between the different timelines, especially for summer 2000,
Right.
because music just affects our mood in general. And then also I think just the wardrobe, just being able to like when you see yourself
Oh,
see yourself like in the low-rise jeans and in the butterfly clips and the wedge sandals, like it's hard not to feel as though you are, Y2K teen. So all of those things definitely helped me immerse myself into that world, which was
yeah. Awesome. And to wrap it up, Sadie, how about you? Did you keep any of the wardrobe?
Did I keep any of it? No, I think I might have kept like a piece of jewelry or something from the third timeline. But I don't think I got to keep much, which is sad because I loved all the Y2K stuff. It was really fun. I stole a couple little trinkets from my house though in my bedroom.
Okay, good to know. So was there anything that put you in the mood that's, helped you with the character?
Yeah. I also like had 3 different playlists and we all listened to like throwbacks a lot in between takes in like the green room and stuff. Music was definitely really important. The clothes, like Lexi said, was really fun and I definitely affects like the way that my body feels like when I'm, in the third timeline
Right.
and dark clothes. I sit differently and my energy is different. So that definitely puts me in the correct headspace. And then like when I was like prepping scenes, I would journal sometimes like in Megan's perspective. If I was prepping something, just like keep my head straight and keep Megan's like internal monologue straight about what's going on in her internally was helpful too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, first off, I really appreciate all 3 of your time today. Really, really do. It's a great, what I've seen so far. It's really great. And you guys are just, all 3 of you, so freaking talented. I know I'm going to be speaking to you for like many more years to come. So congratulations on everything, then, all your successes. And, I'll come visit me here in Toronto. I can put you up. We'll go to the CN Tower. We'll have a drink or something. I'd love to meet you guys in person. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.
great talking to you.
You're really welcome. Success with the show. Okay.
Thank you so
guys.
much. Bye,
Okay,
bye, Bonnie.
bye.
Thanks, Bonnie.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.